Come, let's set up some more Dutch doors. This time the theme is going to be blue. So if you would like to see how this comes together, keep it locked right here. What's up everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. As you can see, I have some of these summer sticker books, and this one from the latest subscription box as of the time of filming and editing. June 15 subscription box was that one. And I have some of these elements which came out a couple of months ago. And this is my collection of washi tape or PET stickers. In fact, they are from Journal Say. And I have a few elements that I would love to bring in this one or the next one. Again, I'm filming this all back to back. So it was the same day I got 3 videos filmed. This was the first one, and this would have dropped in the end of June. And this is my creative journal. So that was the social media themed one. So if you would like to see fun setups like this one, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of those. And I have these washi tape stickers, the pre-cut ones, the Summer Bliss from the washi tape shop. And I also have this Blooming View. This is from Wrong Wrong. And I do have a discount code for Wrong Wrong if you are a new customer to Wrong Wrong. And for the washi tape shop, Planny Thing, and the journal is from Arch and Olive. So even at Arch and Olive, my code Priya10 earns you 10% off every time you shop. And it is not valid on the current subscription boxes at Planny Thing, but for everything else, you can use that. And I'm trying to pull a couple of elements from here with the theme blue. And again, you can have the blue for the ocean, for the sky. It could be anything, or it could just be a blue monochromatic spread. It could be anything. So it is just how you interpret it. So this is going to be another YouTube collab loop group video. And if you're not familiar with how it works, I will touch a bit on that a bit later, but we'll get started. And I do have a couple of elements I would like to use pulled out, which I don't end up using. So this is the square journal from Arch and Olive. And I'm going with the reading at the beach kind of look. And I wanted to use this Summer Houses, which when I last checked at the time of editing is still available at Planny Thing. And again, I'm going to be doing fun Dutch doors this time. And I have this set, which again I have used before. But this one, I wanted to bring in all the blues. It can be the blue from the sky, from the sea, everything combined, a perfect beach vacation where we get to relax and read books, of course. So I'm going to be going with such a theme. And I'm getting started with my first layer. And it is always, because I had like quite a few ideas I wanted to bring in here. That is the reason why I had to stop and think for a second before I got working. And Lisa Marie, her handle is Creatively Lisa Marie. She is a lady behind all the YouTube collab loop groups that you see. And every week she has a loop running, and I'm part of 2. So if you ever want to participate in any of the loop groups, she's the lady you reach out to. And she's very sweet. She does all the work, putting all the groups together, giving us the full themes and a whole set of themes that she has laid out even for the next quarter. And we all come together. We're all a whole bunch of growing YouTubers. So it's really fun to see how everybody interprets it. And we all work around the same theme, but we don't use the same spread or sticker book. It's nothing in common at times, but it is very interesting to see how creative we all get. And such a wide variety when it comes to everything that we get to see with the whole loop. And if you're wondering how it all happens, you start with my video or somebody else's. You can start with anybody on the loop and you watch their video, and in an ideal world you subscribe to their channel and leave them a comment, at least a comment, and you check out the next person who is linked in the description, and then you watch their video and do the same thing at every single channel, and you do get a whole set of videos with the same theme. So that's all there is. So once you land back at where you started with, you will have completed the loop. And it's a great way of discovering new YouTubers. And that's the washi tape I just put down. I cut it down into thinner strips using the paper trimmer from Journal Say. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off a Journal Say also. And that paper clip and that small scissors are both from Journal Say as well. And this one is the Summer Bliss pre-cut washi tape. And you can pick the PET sticker version also if you prefer a glossier finish. And I did lay down that washi tape there. And that is going to be the first Dutch door. I'm going with simple elements, keeping it very simple this time. And it can get a bit advanced depending on how comfortable you are with the whole process. So that is our first layer. And we have the gyro cut and the cutting mat that are always linked below, along with all the tools and accessories that I love to use. So that is our first Dutch door. And with a square journal, you see how different it looks because you have all that space to work with. So that is the small scissors I was talking about. And that's a first Dutch door. Isn't that cute? And let me know if you have done something similar, because there are all sorts of Dutch doors and options you can test out and try out. I almost put that down, but then I thought it looked really off, especially with the beachfront houses and the beach vacation houses. And this would be a very different scene. So I just decided to put that away. And we will have, these are just perfect because of all the various sizes and scenes you can build with that. And I'm going with some of these beach chairs on the sand scene. If I can actually put that down straight. Yeah, that umbrella is quite not straight, but I think it'll do. And these were really handy. These were one of the very first pre-cut washi tape stickers that came out. And I really loved how easy it was to use. And in one roll, you get quite a lot because if you remember, I've used this even last summer, and I still have a lot left on that roll. And, going to replace that beach scene, that beach chair, because I want that lighthouse to be visible from there. Yeah, that looks like a beautiful scene right there. And we'll put down that mountain range, but we might get to it. And let me know how you're liking this process, whether you like to build scenes like these. And let me know if you have any of these stickers or sticker books I'm talking about. And I will also bring in some of the washi tapes and some of the other reading components once we have that whole beach scene down. And this is going to be really, see how easy it is to build scenes. And because it's so thin, I love that I can keep building and adding them to the pages without having to worry about getting the journal chunky. So that is something I really love to ensure, because I hate a chunky journal. And my creative journal from 2024, the completed one, should be coming, the flip through. And let me know if you happen to see it already. I'm not sure what order the videos will be going on, going live, in fact, on my channel, because I'm trying to schedule everything for the next. I know you've been. Starting to sound like a broken record, right? I've been trying to. I'm working nonstop to make sure I have everything set up and ready to go. So that's why you hear me talk about it, and I don't quite want to sound like a broken record, but sorry if I am, because yeah, it's been really busy lately. And that is our next layer. And let me know if you have been to the beach, stayed in a beach house like this summer or the last summer or ever, and what your favorite vacation, beach vacation would be, what your ideal one would be. Because I know a lot of people have their favorites and they would love to go back to the same place every year. And my husband's hometown actually has a beach. I don't. Where I come from, I really don't. But whenever we visit, we make it a point to go to the beach. But in India, it is very different because we go to the beach to watch the sunrise or the sunset. Mostly the sunset, because the sunrise, not many people are there. So it's usually the sunset that people are there. So you go to the beach in the evening, you spend some time, the kids play in the sand and socialize, and you do have the vendors coming by. You can buy some snacks, and you spend a lovely evening there. You can walk, you can chit chat, you can spend some quality time with your friends and family. You watch the sunset, you might wet your legs, but you don't go really swimming per se in the waters, and you spend an evening, spend a relaxing time, and you go back. And you don't go sunbathing or any of that, is just not part of the whole culture. So it's very different from what you have back in the States or in many other beach vacation destinations that I see. And so it was always starting off when I started noticing that difference. It felt a bit weird at first, but then I think I got used to it, because every culture is different and what you do at the beach is different. So that is a bit of a story about how things are different in different cultures. And that, I think, would be the last Dutch door. And this is going to be such a fun use of these stickers. I think I'm pretty much exhausted with these houses. It's a gorgeous sticker book, and so I was really glad that I used it last summer and this summer. And you see how I'm trimming down that washi tape again. And just make sure you lay it down straight. With this one, this is like a script texture and the script on there. So it is not as hard, because I just followed that middle line, there are 5 rows in the script, so I just stuck the middle script right on that middle portion of that cutting portion of the paper trimmer. So it was fairly easy getting that straight. So that was the next Dutch door, and this does come together very, very easily. So let's cut the washi tape from over that element and also cut around that so that we can have some dimension, some depth that I like to bring. And that is our next Dutch door. And this would be the last one I will be setting up. So that leaves the left page for the base for all the layers we have going on. And let me know how you like this and how you usually line up your layers when you're working with a few layers as such. Everybody has their own style of doing it, so I thought I would try a few different things every time. I like to experiment, get creative, have fun with it. And that is our pages coming together very, very beautifully. And I think we will bring in some of these washi tapes now. And this is going to be, again, there are lots of blues, but I just don't want the blues to be clashing. So yeah, we could have that. Some in the horizon, you do have like a boardwalk, and then you have some of these boardwalks onto the water. And it is a nice, fun setup. I love those beach bungalows that look like those, which stand in the water. I know there are such ones in Maldives, in Mauritius. I've seen people going on vacation there with cottages like these. We did go stay in a cottage, but we have not really stayed in the water like this. I've always lived near the beach when we go for vacations, all the way from the beach houses in the States to the ones in off the mainland, of course. We have been to the ones in Hawaii, we have been to the ones in Africa, the Tanzania, and that's just a small island just off the mainland of Africa. So we have done that. We have done that in India. Yeah, I've stayed. We do have island groups on either side. When you look at India on the globe or on the map, you do have Lakshadweep Islands on the west and the Andaman Nicobar Islands on the right, on the east rather. So you do have quite a bit of variety with the seasons, the views you see underwater. It's really, really different, and I love both. And for me, I think the most beautiful diving and snorkeling scenes that I have seen so far, yeah, trust me, even better than the ones I saw in Hawaii, were in Lakshadweep. And I talk about it a lot to my real life friends. They know, they do hear me talk about it all the time. But even here, I think in some videos I have talked about it, and it is such a fun. It was a fun trip, and pristine waters, turquoise blue waters, and especially when you fly in a small airplane You're so close to the water, you feel as if you open the windows, which you can't really do in an airplane. But still, you think, because you're flying so close to the water, you think that if you open those windows and put your hands out, you can touch the water. You fly that close. So it was amazing. And the best underwater life, the aquatic animals and the corals, is so healthy and thriving. It was a dream. So I would love to go back with my kids someday. Hopefully, they're not too big by then. And that would be a nice experience. And yeah, let me know how you're liking this, because the look is starting to get different once I start adding these alphabets. So I'm just spelling summer, and this would be a bit of a reading on the beach kind of theme I'm going for. And that's those alphabets are really pretty, and the amount of details on there, outstanding. So please make sure you check out that subscription box. If it is still available, you might want to grab it. And you do have a lot of these smaller elements also. And I really want to bring that in right there. And I think if I position it well, yeah, that looks better. And I will also add in a few of those smaller elements which I'm loving. So let me know what you think, and please check out the next person's video, which is linked below. And the loudest shout out to Lisa Marie once again for putting the loop groups together and making all the work look so easy, because she does it on her own. And this is the sunny days, and you do have the another tropical vibes. Tropical Treasures, I believe, was the name of the sticker book, which was still available. So just throwing in a bit of that waves right there to fill that white space there. I was not quite liking that gap, and I think it turned out very, very fun. Let me know how you like this. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. Maybe not during the summer, but I will be back after my break. And you see how I'm trying to still squeeze in those stickers, because they're gorgeous. And they were all from Journal Say. And I think I will just leave it at that for now. I tried my best. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the future videos. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.